Right, hello guys, so we're going to go to episode 2 of my top 20 albums of 2018. We're going to run from album 13 down to number 7, so yeah, let's get cracking. So first up, we have number 13, which is Marmozets with their second album, Knowing What You Know Now. This album is full of catchy sing-alongs, really funky riffs and quality drumming. Now it keeps in with their math rock roots, but it comes to more of an indie rock vibe on this album. So standout tracks on this album are the opener Play, which goes flying out the traps with a proper catchy hook within the chorus, and Lost in Translation, which opens up with some drums that you can't really help but just nod your head and tap your feet to as the song goes along, as well as a proper funky guitar riff that follows through it. Yeah, my biggest gripe with this album really is the lack of any real tracks that are just full of energy, you know? Like on The Weird and Wonderful, they had Why Do You Hate Me, Born Young and Free, and Move Shake Hide, which just hit you in the face and let you know what you're in for an intense listen experience. That being said, this is a really quality album, and I was lucky enough to catch Marmozets during 2000 Trees, and they were terrific, to be honest with you. Like, high energy, got the crowd going, blood pumping, it was brilliant. Really good band to have on just before the headline that night, which was at the drive-in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Marmozets on a headline tour soon, and hopefully it'll come soon enough. So second, in at number 12, we have Alkaline Trio with Is This Thing Cursed. I was a bit shocked to see what we were getting an Alkaline Trio album, to be honest with you. Like with Matt doing what he's doing with Blink, with touring and making music with them, I didn't think we'd get an Alkaline Trio album anytime soon, and let alone an album this fucking good. Yeah, so the title track on this album, Is This Thing Cursed, encapsulates everything this album's about. It's fun, dark and energetic all at the same time somehow. Yeah, the second track on this album, Blackbird, is a real top-notch punk rock anthem with some fantastic pace and brilliant drumming going on in the background throughout the track as well. That being said, the album does fizzle out towards the end. There's a definite lack of quality towards the closing tracks, and the album just seems to run out of steam, and the energy levels just go and falter as the album goes on. Nonetheless though, this is a really quality album, and by far the best thing Alkaline Trio put their name on in about a decade, to be honest with you. Right, and at number 11, we have Vain with Error. Yeah, so this is a ridiculously hard-hitting hardcore album, with slight metal twinges, but not enough to go as far as saying it is a metalcore album. So this album kicks off with Virus Vibrance, and fucking hell what an opener it is. This straight a fucking way, it smacks you in the face, energy levels right up the yin-yang, quality pace, lets you know what you're in for. I honestly can't get over how hard this album goes, to be honest with you. Straight away, it's just fucking relentless. It's the same way how Code Orange is Forever is. I definitely wouldn't recommend you putting this album on in front of your mum who religiously listens to Take That or Blue. It took me a few listens to really get my head around just how fucking ferocious this album is and the amount of power it has, and not just listening to sheer fucking noise. Once you get your head around how just ferocious and heavy this album is when you truly understand the beauty of it. There's some cracking beatdown sections in this album, and that's really evident on what I think is the standout track, Broken Glass Complexion. It's just fucking ferocious. It doesn't let up. It's so hard, and I fucking love it. Normally, when I listen to an album, I can pick out one, maybe two members that really stand out and show you like they're the quality, they're the musical hubs, and where the rest of the members look to for where the album goes. But with this album, that's not the case at all. Every member in this band puts what they can do to the fore. Everyone brings something brilliant to this project, and I fucking love it. Right, this time out at number 10, we've got Parkway Drive, with an album which might be the most ambitious thing they've done yet. This album shows you that they're looking to be nothing less than bona fide arena headliners and potential festival headliners too. This album kicks off with Wishing Wells, which is centered around a riff that, I shit you not, is straight out of a Power Ranger soundtrack. Honestly, I'm so about that. You can 100% tell they've looked to Iron Maiden for inspirational guitar riffs, and they're planning to structure their songs around that for a massive scale production within a live show. All that being said about the evolution and ambition of Parkway Drive on this album, they still got that signature crunching, beatdown and moshcore sound to their albums, and that is no more evident on this than in Prey and Absolute Power. Expect some massive pyro when you see these songs live. For me, the standout track on this album is the first single they released, The Void. as much as it seems like the most simply structured song on the album, when you listen to the frontman Winston McCall's vocal delivery, you can't help but imagine he's got a proper menacing grin on his face as he delivers them. And then it just explodes to a fucking massive chorus. Again, you can hear those massive Iron Maiden riffs throughout it as well, and I'm really fucking excited to see Parkway Drive in a couple of weeks when they tour this album. Single figures now, and at number 9 is Joyce Manor with $1 Million to Kill Me. Joyce Manor are in like more of an emo indie rock sort of band, and this is their 5th album, and it's their follow-up to the fucking brilliant Cody, which they released in 2016. This is a really in and out album, clocking in at just over 22 minutes. As much as I mentioned in my last video about how I wasn't a big fan of what Real Friends have done in the past regarding the whole moaning about girls and talking about heartbreak and how they feel so shit have been really harsh done by, this is a different approach on that and more grown up taking it as well from Joyce Manor, with lyrics talking about, yes, you're a dick and you fucked me over, but also more of an acknowledgement of guilt and wrongdoing in the lyrics, and more of a, yeah, fair enough, you're shit, but maybe I kind of deserved it too. The track, I Think I'm Still in Love With You, sounds like a reflection on past romance, and it's got some really nice guitars, which you can't just help nod along to as you sing on to proper catchy lyrics within the song. For me, the standout track on this album really is Friends with Metal Line, which is a proper top-notch punk rock song with some catchy guitars and great drumming as well, which give the song a really good rhythm. So I caught Joyce Manor playing a few tracks off this album, Splitting Basement, a few months ago, and I was really impressed by it, and I can't fucking wait to see them soon on their own headline tour playing these songs live. Right, so in at number 8 is Post Malone with Beer Bongs and Bentleys. It actually took me a really long time to when I listened to Post Malone, because I've known about his online persona for a while and he's absolutely fucking hilarious, and I didn't want to end up listening to his music and just being unimpressed by it and it kind of ruining the illusion for me about how much of an absolutely fucking boyo is. But mate, how fucking wrong was I? Post Malone is phenomenal. This album's amazing. It's got everything that you'd expect from a modern rap hip-hop album. Although the present, it's got a lot less emphasis on the generic things you associate with rap and hip-hop, so the lyrical content is less about drugs, women, gangs, guns, getting drunk. As much as they are present within the lyrics, that's very evident. However, it talks more about emotional vulnerability and mental health and dealing with your demons. This is epitomised on the opening track Paranoid, where he talks about suffering from anxiety, his lack of trust in people, and putting himself at risk just so he could be successful. And it's on top of a proper catchy beat throughout it as well. By far, the standout track on this album is Better Now, which sounds like a reflection on a past relationship and the difficulties in getting over it. This song is a proper festival anthem. You can just imagine yourself when this song plays, drinking a really overpriced dark fruits in a field somewhere. I think this is not only a brilliant album in terms of its absolutely fucking phenomenal quality, but also narrative and the potential influence it can have on the zeitgeist of people's perceptions of mental illness and opening up about it. But yeah, this is a fucking quality effort from a guy who apparently fucked up an audition for Cranny Empire. Rounding off this video is the Wonder Years with Sister Cities. So this is emo pop punk band Wonder Years with a 6th studio album now. So the Wonder Years have been evolving their sound from the generic pop punk canvas of bouncy songs with lyrics about your hometown and spending time with your friends, and more to a more grown up emotional reflection on life. This is really present on the opening track Raining Kyoto, which opens up with a fucking fantastic drumming, but the lyrical narrative on it is a story told by the frontman Soupy, who, whilst touring Japan, he was suffering from anxiety and trouble sleeping, and a seemingly small gesture from a man, Soupy was given a small radio which he just listened to at night to help him sleep, to drown out the noises of rain hitting the tour bus and just the general terrain in the area. But Soupy's vocals are really where this album's quality. I know it sounds dead cheesy, there's a real sense of heart and emotion within the way Soupy delivers his lines, and you can tell whatever he's saying is true. Another standout moment on this album is the track It Must Get Lonely, which really seems like a message to somebody lyrically, where they're talking about how someone lives their lives and how they can't understand how they'd be happy living it. Soupy's vocals are terrifically complemented by really somber guitar tones, which create
a beautifully sad atmosphere throughout the song. Obviously, we can't forget about the title track and the first song released of this album, Sister Cities. It's a song dedicated to its tremendous chorus, which really is just made for an entire room of people to sing along to. This album has some phenomenal builds and absolutely massive explosive parts as well, and I think the band have to be given some real credit for that. But in this, as normally is, Wasupi is 100% man of the match in this. His vocal delivery really gives a sense of heart, emotion, and just honesty as well, which, to be honest, has become a massive part of what the Wonder Years do within their song now, and this is a real signature part of their sound. So yeah, thank you for watching and getting this far into the video. If you enjoyed what you've seen, then please subscribe, share with your friends, hit the notification bell as well, and I'll see you next time.